Tracy on Vikings West.
Hi, I'm Abby Murphy, assistant photo editor at the Tower Light.
And I'm Daryllee Hale, associate arts and life editor at the Tower Light. And here we are bringing you the review of the second episode of Vikings.
Yes. So to start out, we had a comment from last episode explaining to us, correcting us on saying that they were crows and they were in fact ravens last episode. And thank you, it was very helpful. YouTube user TiVo714. I don't know how to say that.
And he also pointed out the man with the stick that I referred to last time was Odin, and the people were being carried to Valhalla by the Valkyries. So thank you for that.
Yeah, this is a really cool show in that we can actually learn things about other cultures and history. So
yeah,
thank you. So we appreciate that, and comments are always welcome.
Yes. So about this week's episode, basically it starts off with Ragnar in a secret meeting about his secret boat and his secret trip out west.
There's a lot of secret keeping this episode. Lots.
Yeah. I can feel it, the comparisons between this and Game of Thrones getting stronger and stronger.
Especially with the strong female characters.
Yes.
Lots of strong female characters, and I love it. It's
the Earl's wife, I didn't catch her name.
Siggy.
I definitely get a Cersei kind of vibe from her.
She might be making, you were saying she might be making a power play.
Yeah.
But we saw that later in the episode. But to start out with, we had the secret meeting, and then we kind of had the Earl creeping on the secret meeting and testing people in his control. And somebody failed the test and got a knife to the chest multiple times. We can see why last episode, the guy, when he chose to die by beheading, because it did not look pretty. I tried keeping a tally of deaths this episode. It got to be too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's been lots of foreshadowing with family tensions, both with like the Earl's family between he and his wife, and Ragnar's family, because of course
Bjorn, especially the son.
Yeah, and Lagartha wants to come along, of course.
Yeah, she wants to come along on the trip. She's like, I have dreamed about this, and every time I dream about it, I'm with you. I love them as a couple. They're so great.
My shipping heart. Yeah, but I really liked the part where they finally do go off on their trip on their boat.
Yes.
And Lagartha is telling a story to
Bjorn and
the daughter. Yeah, they're just kids.
I don't know her name.
And it's very metaphoric for like what's happening.
Talk about the legends and mythology. It was a really cool, and the cinematography this episode was gorgeous with the boat.
Wonderful. Oh. Of course, the dynamic between Lagartha and Ragnar was wonderful as always.
Yes, always very fun. They're just fighting and fighting and fighting, and then Bjorn has to come break it up.
Yeah, her mommy and daddy fighting.
But actually, you think your arguments don't look bad. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. And then there's Rollo. We can't talk about family tensions without talking about Rollo.
I don't like Rollo.
I mean, he has the flowing locks going on, but that's about all he has going for him.
He's a tool. I mean, at first I was like, okay, I get it. You hit on everything that moves. And then it's like, no, it's not cool. It's interesting to see like the disrespect he treats this slave girl with, and he rapes her, which I was appalled by. And I'm sure that's the stereotypical thing you think of when you think Vikings. So I guess that kind of confirms that in some ways. But then you have Ragnar and his relationship with his wife, which is obviously more of an egalitarian one. So it's interesting to see the comparison between the brothers.
Even though he does leave her behind. Ohana means family, Ragnar. No one gets left behind.
Or forgotten. Rafiki had his eyeliner.
Oh yeah. Then they kind of went a little apeshit with the eyeliner. Everywhere. But that was Vikings. I'm sure that means something.
Yes. I'm sure.
I know
covering all the bases.
Yes. And then we have the monks. And then there were monks.
I really wanted to give Athelstan a hug.
Yeah.
So much.
I really liked another thing, a learning experience with this, is seeing the relationship or the comparison between the religion of the Vikings and of the monks.
And I know we're going to get more of it in later episodes, and I'm so excited.
You can tell they're both really passionate about their religions, but in completely different ways.
It's going to clash, you can see, because Ragnar's totally like they're coming in and they see, Jesus on the cross, and they're like, what kind of God is this? He's nailed to a cross. He's dead. He's not alive and thriving like Odin and Thor.
Right.
And it's really interesting because there were definitely a lot of Viking traditions we saw before they leave the boat, and then Rafiki or Floki going on and on about all the superstitions. It's like, oh, this means that they're on our side. And it's very interesting.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see the way that they take their gods, pillage the land, fight for them, and then when we have the monks and they're very peaceful and it's
chanting. the books, knowledge versus material wealth. Athelstan, the one thing he chooses to save is the Gospel of St. John. And Ragnar's like, you're crazy, look at all this great stuff. You're like trapped in this room with all this gold and stuff, and this is what you choose to save? It really endears me to him. So.
Yeah, I'm really liking the dynamic between Athelstan and Ragnar.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
Romance!
People are already shipping it. I've seen it.
I don't know about that much, but yeah, no, I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I'd like to see more about Floki's backstory.
Yes, Floki's a really interesting character, especially the comparisons to him and Loki, obviously because of his name, but also because of his interactions. And everybody was getting a little claustrophobic on the boat and saying how, Loki's dragged us all into this.
Any other things you're looking forward to in upcoming episodes?
Really looking forward to the dynamic between Athelstan and the other Vikings.
George Black.
Okay, Daryllee. But I'm really looking forward to seeing more of that in upcoming episodes. And Lagartha, I'm looking forward to more of her. Always. Yeah. She's fabulous, and looking forward to seeing more of her in action. And it'll be interesting to see again the religious dynamics, because there's a lot of great symbolism, especially in this episode with transitions. I noticed.
And what do you say about this rock that Ragnar's obsessed with? Ragnar. No, I'm interested to see more about that. I think that's going somewhere. Rating for Floki's eyeliner, A+. They don't through everything.
Yeah, it didn't smear at all. Yeah.
Episode in general.
Say I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
A?
Yeah, I'd say an A. Yeah.
I'd give it A-.
A- and a B+. It's definitely room to see more of it, like kind of grow as the
But
show
it
goes
doesn't
on.
want to make me keep
It
watching.
definitely picked it up from last episode. I really want to watch next week's episode now.
Especially like things that are going on with all the secret finding and
Yeah.
mystery solving and all that stuff.
Yes.
So
looking forward to next week.
Yeah. Release the Ravens.
Release the Ravens.
Keep watching. Comment. What are you guys looking forward to?
With the Tower Late, we'll see you next week.
Bye.